All right, so the fallout from this Fury Usyk situation is still ongoing, and a lot of people, as I said already, are doubting the validity of Fury's claims that it's a cut, which is the reason why he's had to pull out of this fight. A lot of people are saying that it's all too convenient, and for me, it was a real kick in the gut. It really was, because I had really hoped that we would see this fight. A lot of people had told me for months after the fight was officially announced and signed, gee, it won't happen, it won't happen, it won't happen. I wanted to, put them to one side in the nicest way and say, no, no, it will happen. I didn't want to get let down, which I obviously was, but I didn't want to, go into this fight that I really wanted to see thinking, nah, it's not going to happen. I wanted to believe it would happen. I was foolish for doing that. People going as far back as October, gee, it won't happen, something will happen. And of course they were right. Now, a lot of people were telling me that John Fury before Christmas had them really doubting that this fight would happen, because obviously he was mentioning in several interviews that Fury needed more time. He was saying that February 17th is the date we have, but we need more time, this, that and the other. Carl Froch even said, I think they're going to push it back, etc., etc. And obviously they've all been proven right. This is exactly what happened. When I recorded that Tyson Fury is in trouble video, the footage of the spar hadn't been released. Now, they released that clip of where the cut apparently happens. And I say apparently because you can't see anything. It's just someone saying he's cut and Fury in there with a sparring partner. Now, a lot of people are even doubting the validity of the sparring partner who's involved. It's this guy here, Croatian, called Aragon Samic. I'm probably, again, butchering the name. I'm not the greatest with names, as you may know. But this is the guy here, Croatian heavyweight who was brought in for sparring for Tyson Fury. This is the thing, right? He says it was a clear punch, so I don't feel bad. Stuff like this. This is with the Sun he's given this interview with, right? Now, some people are doubting that he was the guy who caused that, because a lot of people have been saying that the person in it looks like Jay Opataya. Now, if it was Jay Opataya, they only sparred 5 rounds, and that was about a fortnight ago. So some would argue, have they known about this long before? Because obviously Atelma has been back in the UK for a couple of days, so he obviously knew days in advance that this fight wasn't going ahead. And this is the thing I'm struggling with a bit here. You can see, right, both guys, Jay Opataya and this guy, they both have a distinct tattoo on, I think it is their right or left arm. I'm pretty sure it's the left arm, because you can't really tell in the clip. But I don't know. I'll tell you why. Because this guy right here is 6'6" tall. He's a southpaw, 6'6". Now, in sparring, you are gonna wanna have as close to you can as the opponent. Moses Atelma is 6'4", Alexander Usyk is 6'6", an inch, not a massive amount of difference. Why are you sparring someone 6'6" when you're fighting a guy who's 6'3"? And again, this guy is going to be way slower than Usyk because he's constantly weighing in the 240s. Usyk won't be. Usyk could be 20 pounds lighter and 3 inches shorter. That's kind of a bit puzzling to me, why you'd have someone who is so different to an Alexander Usyk. Considering the fact you have people like Kevin Lerena, who's quite similar in dimensions. You have people like Moses Atelma, who again, similar-ish in dimensions, has a lot of youthful energy, moves quite well. Why are you sparring someone 6'6"? At the end of the day, you're going to be punching down to Alexander Usyk. Tyson Fury is 6'7", 6'8". He's not 6'9". So 6'6" to 6'7", it's not a massive difference. You're essentially going to be looking directly eye-line with the guy. So you're going to be punching directly straight ahead. When you're fighting Usyk, you're going to be punching down. And some people with 3 inches doesn't make a difference. You ask your wife, 3 inches makes a big difference. There's a big difference between someone who's 6'3" and someone who's 6'6". Why are you sparring someone 6'6" in the run up to a fight against someone who's 6'3"? I just asked that question because to me that doesn't make any sense. There are a lot of people who do believe that is Jay Opataya. Distinct tattoo. You can't really see clearly in that clip because it's filmed not particularly well. Obviously they're saying there's a cut, but we can't obviously see it. And people are saying take Tyson's word at face value. But this is a guy, as I said, who it's very hard to take his word at face value because he's so economical with the truth. I mean, this guy, if he told me the sun is shining, it's a scorching day outside, I'd go outside with an umbrella. That's how little you trust what comes out of Tyson Fury's mouth. You really would. In terms of the footage from sparring, look, a lot of people are saying that it's impossible to get a cut this close to a fight, this, that, and the other. But the way headgears are now, it's extremely unlikely that you'll. I mean, very, very unlikely you'll get a cut because they're so soft. They protect the eyes, they protect the face so well. It's very difficult. It's not impossible, but it is very difficult to get a cut. People saying he shouldn't be sparring this close to a fight. No, not necessarily. I tend to disagree with that because, yeah, they normally would wind it down a week before the fight, maybe Monday, Tuesday. So I'm not shocked that he's sparring last week, or with this week, technically. It's only Saturday. I'm not shocked that he's still sparring. But, you know, I don't know. I'm doubting as I've said several times, I'm doubting the validity of it. Some people are saying, would Tyson Fury cut his own eye? I doubt he'd go to that extreme. But Photoshop's a real thing. I mean, you go on Tinder. Look at Andy Ruiz. My guy is the king of catfish. So these things do happen. I'm just still not even a day removed because it was in the evening when they announced this fight was off. I'm still peeved off about it. This footage makes things no clearer. It really doesn't. You know, it's just... It could be what Tyson Fury said. It could genuinely be the one time he's telling the truth. No one believes him, the boy who cried wolf, because he has a history of that. This could be, he could legit have a cut. It could legit be that a shot went in that it shouldn't have. He didn't look good in that spar, whoever he was sparring. It could be that a shot went in, he got a cut, and we have to push the fight back. Okay, right? But his history is so bad with lying that people don't believe him. Shock. Imagine you're someone who is constantly cheating on your spouse. You're non-stop cheating on your spouse. And all of her friends are like, he's a cheat, he's a cheat. The one time you aren't cheating, maybe you had a flat tire. You couldn't get home. You come home. Your wife says, right, that's it. The one time you're telling the truth, they don't believe you. Why? Because your track record is so bad. That's Tyson Fury. You know, someone constantly lies. The one time they do tell the truth, oh, well, you'll understand why people didn't believe you because you've done it so many times in the past. It's as simple as that. And I just think it's amazing that, like, this happens and, you know, instantly it's like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. It's like, you know, you've got this all planned, you know. And Tyson Fury even, and I like Savannah Marshall, like, I saw commenting on the picture on Twitter as well. I had a laugh at that because she's trained by Peter Fury. You Fury in a picture, you know, immediately after this whole thing comes out on Instagram, it's not a cut to be seen. Now I'm assuming obviously that wasn't a recent a recent picture in the last few days. It could have been one from a while ago, but like, I don't know. I'm doubting this. I'm starting to look. I didn't doubt that there was probably issues in sparring. You know, it is just hearsay at the end of the day. But now you're seeing all this, and you know, Gareth A. Davis, he really is in defense mode times 10. I mean, he is pulling out all the stops. But I tend to believe that he probably was having an absolutely crap camp. One time I probably say John Fury was probably legit. He probably was telling the truth. And they're hoping, I would imagine, that Usyk has to fight Hrgovic, because at the end of the day, for them, they can just sit and rest. They can just rest, recoup, go through training, get into fight fitness. Usyk will have to stop, reset. He might have to fight Filip Hrgovic, in which case he's to go through another camp, maybe more damage, maybe more time to recover, maybe he picks up an injury. It's kicking the can down the road, which is what they've been trying to do for the last 2 years. And, you know, again, you understand why people doubt this. It's not people being a conspiracy theory, oh, everyone is conspiracy, blah, tinfoil hat. No, if someone is constantly lying, economical with the truth, over the last year, 18 months, has done everything to kick the can down the road, and then they go and do it again, people are going to turn around and say, BS. It's not conspiracy. They're looking at someone and they're saying, he's been economical with the truth his whole career, but specifically the last 2 years, he's not been keen on this fight, and now he's pushed the fight back again, and we don't buy it. We're not buying it. I'm not buying it. Simple as. I don't doubt that there could be. It could be the fact that what he's saying is legit. But again, his history is so bad that I'm just not buying it this time. There you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you seen the footage? What do you think? Some are saying it could be Opataya. They both have distinct tattoos on their right or left side. I couldn't really think off the top of my head which one it was. But it is interesting, and I just don't understand why you'd spar a 6'6" guy if you're fighting someone who's 6'3" and 20 plus pounds lighter. Make it out what you will. I'll leave it there, people. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you could. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Just past 16,000, 4,000 left, 20k. Let's go. Let's do it nice and quickly. Peace.